Welcome back to the new weekly freak. I'm just so glad that you're here and that you keep coming back because it makes me really happy when you listen to my podcast. Besides the weekly freak, I also have another podcast. It's called the Corporate Happiness Show. So I invite you to check that out. And it talks about happiness at work and how important it actually is. And it's a lot of great experts are coming in and talking about it. And also, I'm not sure if you know that I have a website. It's called FreakyHealer.com. And I've written over 15 books. And actually, I have a children's book coming out very shortly too. So I invite you to go to my website and check my books out. They're all about empowerment. They're all about, self-helping yourself. And some of them are books, like chapter books, and some of them are actually journal books. So it's always like asking you to really show up and also like really putting in the time and the work for you to take this really seriously, but in a playful way, to say, hey, I'm going to commit and I am actually going to help myself to feel better, because it's possible. Feeling good is not hard. It really depends a little bit on where your focus is, or maybe you don't know how to do it, or you just never heard about that you're actually deserving to feel good. So ultimately, it's up to you, but here I am with my work, with my podcast, to help you and guide you a little bit down the road and how to. I help very conscious-driven individuals to create a real alignment with who they really are on a very, very energetic level, and so if you're interested in that type of work, you can always contact me at info@freakyhealer.com, and you can learn more about my work, one-on-one work that I do with clients. I also love, and absolutely am behind 100% supporting conscious-driven leaders and their businesses. And why am I even bringing this up? Well, because there's a big shift going on in the world, right? And we can look at it and say, well, you know what? We're in big trouble and everything is crumbling and it's horrible. Yet I believe that it's actually an invitation to a great shift. And the shift is really to go energetic, to start figuring out and realizing that you're more than just this human body, that you're more than just life. You are an energetic essence, and on that energetic level, everything is possible. So my specialty is really to help conscious aware and conscious driven individuals, experts in, businesses and leadership and businesses, companies as a whole, to show them on an energetic level what's actually really happening. Why are things not working for you, for your company, or for your people, for instance? And even though I have this podcast, The Weekly Freak, that talks every week about, how you can live a better life, it's very potent information when you take it really to heart. And when you listen to my words and really get deep down and say, wow, that's actually a shift. I'm listening to Jacqueline's words and it's actually shifting there. My books are shifting too, because just like my words, they're energy and they're written by me, and meaning that they're initiating a shift for you. And that is also with my work. So if you're interested in a deeper level of shifting yourself, your life, and you're really committed, also as a company, then please contact me, because I have a few spots available for conscious, aware individuals and conscious-driven leaders and conscious-driven businesses to create a better life for themselves and for the world, of course, and the businesses as well, because the leader is actually where it all starts. And I can actually help you with figuring out where it's not going the way you want it to go. And then we go deep into energetic readings that I've been doing over 24 years, and they're dead on the money. My readings are 100% accurate. And then with that knowledge, you can then actually go and say, oh, I understand my life, myself, what's happening much more now. And with that knowing, I'm gonna react differently. I'm gonna find solutions, and I'm gonna make this work for me, meaning I'm gonna also make it work for my people in my company. And if you're a leader but don't have your own company, it's gonna help you, shift into your higher success, into your highest potential. And with that, you're shifting the company too. So either way, reading my books, listening to my podcasts, working with me is a win-win. And I tell you, I cannot tell you enough how much win you're gonna grab from working with the tools I'm creating, or working one-on-one with me, whatnot. Now, understand that I don't work with everyone. That it's not possible, because I can't please everyone. I'm not for everyone. I'm really for people, individuals, companies, leaders that are consciously aware that there is more that they can do. Even parents, I wrote a parenting book for conscious parenting. If you know consciously that there is more that you can do for yourself, for your children, I'm your lady. So anyway, so I wanted to just put that out there, because I don't really speak that much about my work, but it's about time that you know who I am. I do a bunch of really good stuff, and I've been doing my work since over 24 years. So you can find me at FreakyHealer.com, or you can email me, at info@FreakyHealer.com, or on social media, just DM me and I will get back to you. So now we're gonna get into the deep of the deep. Who are you? I ask myself that question all the time. Who am I? Because ultimately, I tell you what, you and we're all the same. I just speak it into the you voice. You are not your physical body. You are not your life. You are not the roles that you choose to be in this physical life. You're also not the roles, definitely not the roles that others are choosing for you to be in this life. You're not that. So then who are you? When you strip yourself of all of this and then you say, well, then who am I if I'm not any of these things? Well, I'll tell you what, who you are, who am I, who we all are, is an energetic essence. That's who you really are. You are an energetic essence, and that is your inner being. You can call it however you'd like to call it, soul being, inner being, higher self. You are a bigger essence than your life, than your body, than the roles that you choose to be or the roles that you're not choosing to be. You are something much bigger, and that is important, because I tell you what, if you say, I live my life, with who I am, then you would have to say, wait a minute, where am I living my life from? Because if I'm not my body, I'm not my mind, I'm not my life, I'm not my roles, well, if I'm this bigger energy, this bigger thing, bigger than me, and you base living your life on that, you will automatically shift into your highest potential. Yet, if you live your life from saying, okay, who am I? Well, I'm Jacqueline. I'm this physical body. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm an energy worker. I'm a light worker. I'm a healing practitioner. I'm an author. I'm a podcaster. And I live my life from that. It's very limited. It's very limited. And it's not even truthfully who I am. And at some point it will feel kind of not good anymore, because why would I stay little like that? Why would I define myself to something that I'm not? And it's just so limited. So at some point it will feel not aligned. It will feel unexciting, and then I will feel unwell in my thoughts, in my emotions, in my body. However, if I say, you know what? I am bigger than that. I'm this bigger energetic essence that's bigger than what I do, who I am in life and show up as. I'm so much bigger. Suddenly, when I live from that, when you live from that bigness, things become aligned. And you will get input that otherwise you wouldn't have. You are able to find solutions you can create from a higher perspective, and that is who you are. That's who everyone is, all of us. We're not just this, what you see. We are so much bigger than that, and that's what I invite you for this coming week to think about. Who are you? You're not your physical body. You're not, the role you chose. You're not the role that you didn't choose. You're not your life. Who are you? And then I invite you to step into that bigger essence that you are, however you want to call it. And then step into that and say, well, how does that even feel? And realize how limitless you are as such. Realize how big you are as such. Just realize what's possible as such. Everything is possible as such. And then to really show up as such, And when you start feeling like, oh, I feel like I'm my physical body, I'm like my person, I'm my roles, I'm my work, it gets overwhelming, just say, hey, stop for a minute. I'm actually living my life from what I'm not. Let me step into what I really am, which is this big, highest energy, this bigness, this higher than me thing that's nobody can grasp that. And I step into that and show up as that. Suddenly, you are not overwhelmed anymore. And you are also truthfully aligned with who you really are, meaning that you're actually having fun in life. Because through that energy, everything is possible. And that is what I invite you, and I'd like for you this week to think about, maybe even journal about it. What does that even mean? This is just an inspirational thought process that I'm bringing up for you, and it's different for everyone. So just go into that highness, bigger than you-ness, and from there, figure out what that even means for you. And be aware, it will change all the time. Because life is ever changing, you're ever changing, energy is ever changing, nothing is ever the same. So to kind of also then stay in the flow with that change of that highness of you. And I tell you what, sometimes it's like a roller coaster ride, right? But you know what? You're gonna smile on that ride, because you know that that's who you really are. You know everything is possible, and you know that you're deserving, that you're lovable, and that you are so capable when you live through that bigger energy, that bigger highness. That is who you really are. And one more thing, we're all connected. It's clear. As human beings, we all kind of feel like, well, we're kind of like a little separate, right? Yeah, that person is not me. Well, that's not true. That's only kind of true on a physical life level. But when you step into that higher than you essence that you really are, everything is connected. Everything is the same. So from there, you will get a sense of oneness, and that is supportive. That's really strength, support, it's structure. It's like, wow, I'm not by myself, I'm not alone, I'm actually one with everything. How powerful that is. And you see where I'm going. Power, alignment, and just everything is possible. And you know what? You deserve to know that. You deserve to live like that. And you deserve to make the world a better place, because when you step into that highness and when you say, okay, I'm one with everything, I tell you what, you truly make the world a better place. And that's really what this whole shift is all about. So have a great week. Put some thoughts in there, journal about it, share with others. And if you have any questions, you can find me at FreakyHealer.com. If you're interested in working with me because you are a conscious leader, a conscious business owner, a conscious individual that actually wants to know more, you can contact me and we can figure out if there is a fit or not. And definitely check out my other podcast, The Corporate Happiness Show, and also my books. They're available on Amazon or on my website. And the children's book is coming out shortly. It's wonderful. It's dear to my heart, so I want you to go check it out and get it for your children, because guess what? It's not just for your children. It's also a really beautiful book for you, reminding you of who you really are. So have a great week. Make it the best one ever. You deserve it, and we'll talk next week. This is Jacqueline.